All right, guys, let's get into this. So this is 3 tips that I learned my first week of streaming. If you guys don't know, I have been streaming for, I think this is my 3rd week now. So I've been streaming for about three weeks consistently. And these are just three different things that I've learned kind of while I've just been starting up my stream. So I hope it helps you guys out a little bit. Tip number 1 is focus on your niche. So for me, I'm a Paladins player, so what I've been focusing on is playing Paladins on stream, obviously. I play casuals, I play ranked, and I've thought about playing other games. You know, I've really been getting into Valorant, and I like playing Apex Legends as well. I've thought about playing some other games as well, but I've really decided to focus just on Paladins for now. And that reason is, you know, when you focus on one niche, you build a community within that niche. You know, you kind of have to grow to a certain size before that audience will go with you to other games. When you jump to another game, you're always going to lose some of your audience because part of your audience only follows you because you play that game. And when you play a different game, they don't really, you know, they don't play that game, so they don't care about it. You know, it doesn't matter how entertaining, how enthusiastic you might be, how much they love watching you. You know, they just are not into that game you're playing, so they don't watch it. That'll be my tip number 1, and it also helps you grow. You know, the more that you play in that specific niche, the more, it doesn't even have to be video games. The more content you make in that specific niche, the more well-being you're going to create, and the more other content avenues you're going to have within that niche, because you're building up kind of a reputation within that niche instead of, you know, doing stuff in all these different other niches and you're kind of spreading yourself thin. All right, let's jump to tip number 2, and this might seem a little bit controversial, but I'll kind of explain my position on this. Number 2 is ask for followers. The reasoning behind this is it's kind of a marketing concept. So if you ever noticed when you're out, you know, when you're shopping online, you know, it usually not on Amazon. You know, if you're shopping on just a kind of a random website, you know, maybe they have a t-shirt you like, or maybe they have some shoes you like, and you're shopping on their website, you know, you're about to check out and it says, oh, hey, would you like to add this to your cart, etc. That's kind of like an add-on feature. You know, they don't have to ask it, and sometimes it might even be annoying, but the reason that they ask you is because more often than not, people are already committed to that purchase and they're more willing to buy that extra thing. So in the same case with Twitch, the reason that sometimes I will ask for followers, you know, if I notice somebody has been in chat for a while, I'll say, you know, hey, if you enjoy the content so far and, you know, you like what I'm doing, feel free to support me by following the channel. Some people, it doesn't even register that, you know, hey, I should follow this guy if I like their content. So when you ask, it triggers like, oh, hey, yeah, I do like what he's doing, let me follow, so that, you know, they follow. It's super important. That's also why a lot of YouTube videos that you watch, they'll say, hey, like, comment, and subscribe, etc. And, you know, it's kind of a meme at this point because everybody says that, but there's a reason that that's popular, because it actually gets you results. People will follow you if you ask. The reason that I said this is controversial is because a lot of people will go out and just say, hey, follow me, follow me, follow me, and they'll spam on Twitter, or they'll spam in Discord servers. They'll spam on Reddit, on other people's streams. That is absolutely not what you want to do. You want to be genuine. I'm saying when they are in your stream and they're already watching your content, they've been there for a while, you can tell that obviously they're enjoying it, otherwise they wouldn't be there, then you can ask. I wouldn't go out and ask for followers, hey, go follow me, blah, 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 all that. I wouldn't bother with that. I'm talking about when they're already in your stream and when they're already watching and interested in your content, you can ask them, and more often than not, they will follow you. And that helps a lot, especially in your first couple weeks of streaming when you don't have very many followers. I mean, right now, as of this stream, I have 45 followers. I've been streaming for 2.5, 3 weeks. And a lot of those followers have come from me asking, you know, hey, do you mind following me if you enjoy the content? And more often than not, when I ask that, they do follow. So I don't feel like it's a greedy thing, you know. It's just It's just kind of a give and take situation, if you know what I'm saying. All right, let's move on to the last tip, tip number 3. Tip number 3 is extend the conversation. Now, what I mean when I say extend the conversation, I'm talking about you need to have a Twitter account, maybe a Facebook, maybe an Instagram, maybe a Discord, whatever it is, or a YouTube even. You need to extend the conversation outside of Twitch or wherever you're live streaming. Reason being is the only way people are interacting with you is if you're streaming. That's the only time, you know, if you don't have any social platforms, if you don't have a Discord, the only time that people are seeing you and talking to you and, you know, chatting and interacting with you is only when you're live. And unless you're live streaming 12 hours a day, that's a very small percentage of the time that you could be, you know, chatting with your audience or even building an audience. You know, if you have a Twitter, maybe you talk to them through Twitter. You know, maybe you share memes on Twitter. If you have a Discord server like I do, we chat all the time just about random stuff. I'll send pictures of my dinner or, you know, of my pet or stuff that I'm working on in my professional career. And, you know, we'll talk about it, or we'll talk about games that we like and stuff like that. So you're extending the conversation beyond just the live stream. You know, because the live stream is very limited. Maybe you only have time to stream an hour a day. Maybe you only stream 2 hours a day. And most of the time, people don't stream every single day of the week. Like me, I only have enough time to stream maybe 2 to 3 hours and only 2 to 3 days a week. So that's like 4 to 5 hours a week that people are potentially interacting with me. Whereas on Twitter, I can interact basically 24/7. If I'm awake, you know, I can hit Twitter, hit up a quick message, or, you know, Instagram or Facebook or Discord. These are all platforms that you can interact with at any time. You don't have to be live. People can interact with you at any time. They can write a message. You can reply an hour later, stuff like that. So it just extends the conversation. It allows you to be more of a real person and not just somebody that gets up on a game or a webcam and, you know, talks like what I'm doing right now. You become a real person. You share part of your real life with them. So that has been my my kind of experience and tips that I have for you during my first week, but it's really my first couple weeks of streaming, kind of things I've learned. I kind of wanted to pass them on to you guys. If you're an aspiring streamer or aspiring content creator, I hope this content has really helped you out.